Welcome, Cancer. This is Regina from Pacific Tarot, getting ready to do your August general reading. This is intended to be a meditation, an opportunity for you to get in touch with answers within you regarding your concerns, issues, interests, challenges that you may be facing in the moment. This is not me giving you answers from the outside. It doesn't work that way. And if you're frustrated, if it isn't working for you, I understand. Wherever you feel yourself arguing or resisting or feeling resentful or mad, just click off, find another placement perhaps where a message for you will probably be. So, having said that, your overall energy, Cancer, is the beautiful Strength card. And I just love this beautiful cactus as an emblem of the strength. Of course, all the water in the desert is most likely contained in the cactus plant. And I'm thinking immediately of the giant saguaros that you see in the American Southwest. I'm sure they exist in other places in the world, but these are human size and more energies that contain rivers of water within, and therefore provide housing, food for birds, insects, animals. They're the healers of the desert. They're the guardians of the desert. And this is the kind of energy that you are utilizing in order to stay the course regarding some particular initiative, something you've worked towards, something you've built up to. This can, as always, be related to your body. Perhaps you've improved your physical health. You're working on a health regime, an exercise program. You're taking a class, a tennis class or a swimming class. You're learning to use your body in new ways. Perhaps you're adjusting to additional supports that you now have, and learning how to transport yourself in a different way that requires a new kind of strength or energy. At the bottom of the deck is the Seven of Cups. So I feel like you've really built up this resource within you. It can be money in the bank that you've saved, but you have a goal for this. And if it isn't necessarily your well-being, it can also be something external that you want to achieve. And yet you have many tempting distractions along the way. So this is more or less of a caution against furthering away your resources on the thing that this was not intended to serve. Knowing that if you achieve this goal, many of those things that are so luscious and tempting will be the result for you, will be part of the benefits, the perks of your achievement. So help keep that in mind as you're moving forward, because this shows you to be very steadfast and devoted to your path. You are stronger than others, or stronger than others in your environment regarding the ability to collect and manage this resource. I'm going to pull a crystal chakra oracle card for you, and just to get us started. And I've pulled the tourmaline, and this again relates to the third eye chakra. Everyone that I've read for today is focusing on this third eye chakra. This is the ability to see beyond our eyes, our spiritual eyes, look soul to soul at events, opportunities, people, collecting all the energy that has been that has supported you throughout time. So there's something about an element, a timeline element here, contextual element. You're able to apply lessons learned in the past to the present. The key word, trust. Trust your intuition. It is in contact with a higher source of knowledge. And for you, Cancer, this is one of your gifts. One of your incredible gifts is the ability to tap into that larger, resourceful collective pool that represents all of our desires, universal desire, feeling, emotion, needs. And so the issue of trust is particularly important because that crab shell, your symbol animal, protects that inner, soft, vulnerable core. And that crab shell is tough and hard. And that can be the way in which others see you that may be preventing the opportunities you're wanting to pursue from coming towards you more easily. This is a general reading, so it's not going to resonate for all of you. If you find that you're resonating with this message, please like this video. Please share it with others if it seems that it would be helpful for them. I enjoy your comments always, and subscribe to my channel, Pacific Tarot, so that more people can hear these messages. It is important to me. This is why I do it. So thank you in advance for that. In the 10th house, this is the way others see you and the way that you are identifying. You are pursuing some kind of goal, some kind of achievement with enthusiasm, with a lot of heart. You are inspired and you are motivated, and you can't wait to get started. Your excitement, your enthusiasm is infectious, and it is motivating to others. Whatever you're pursuing, it's about finding more value. It's in line with your principles, a sense of integrity. It almost feels as though you are integrating this principle, these set of values into your community expression, into your community presence or contribution, so that you are aligned with higher principles, spiritual principles, that you are want to be of greater service to more of the world. In the first house, your perspective, the Ace of Swords. This is quite a perspective. This is all about the truth. And it's interesting because there are truths. There is a truth. There is the truth. But here I really feel like what you're pursuing is truth in all of its forms and all of its faces. The ability to recognize truth is a way for you to assert a sense of justice, moving towards greater balance and harmony in your life. This is the perspective. This is the value that you are seeking to integrate into the world. Equity, fairness, the respect for difference as not being an obstacle to harmony. There's a tremendous misunderstanding about what difference means and how it functions in our world. And I dare say we are in a time of incredible superficial digression, and not to be confused by what the media tells us or what our governing officials do. Our experience in the world is quite the contrast to what is being legislated in this country. Difference is more and more visible naturally as the world has greater and greater access to one another. Communities interrelate and exchange in greater instances than ever before. So the idea that diversity, difference is something we all have, and how we understand that as a value rather than as a deficit is essential to the truth that you, Cancer, are pursuing at this time. You may be embodying some significant difference that you've come to understand the holistic value of, how it has strengthened you, how it has helped to align you with those that are also different similarly and different in different ways. So I'm not meaning to laugh at this really lofty, exalted sense of illumination that you may be receiving at this time. Things are clearer than they've ever been for you. And what a beautiful way to initiate a new project, to get excited about something that you know you're going to learn and grow from. In the fourth house, the house of your home, your family, your foundation, the Five of Staffs shows you working out something. I do believe that you are working with a team to solve a problem. You may be managing some resources with a group of people. This can be relatives, managing a family business, property, an inheritance, helping out someone who needs care. There's a variety of problems and solutions that you can be working on with co-creators, with equals, with peers, without respect to a hierarchy. And that really neutralizes the playing field and makes it easier for you to find those solutions that will lead to success. It feels as though you have an ability to detach yourself from your incredibly strong feelings, even your experiences, in a way that allows you to move forward with clarity and perhaps be the beacon, be the facilitator of some kind of discussion where you are capable of opening up to the ideas of others, whether they are or not. And you can model that for others so that problems can be solved, solutions can be found. In the seventh house of your significant others, the Eight of Jades, or the Eight of Pentacles, is describing how hard you and your partner or partners work. There's something that you are working on together that requires you to I make up these words, crispen something out, tighten something up, work at perhaps decluttering your home, renovating some essential component of your environment that it to be better functioning. This brings to mind one of the key ideas of the recent new moon in Leo, which is simplifying. I have a feeling that in making things better and improving things, one of the key guides that you're using is the desire to simplify. Doesn't mean that it isn't complex, but it means that you're simplifying and making it more fluid in order to accommodate complexity, right? So the more efficient your home is, as an example, the greater needs that can be served in a very simple home. A home that's full of clutter and old things that haven't been used in a long time, taking up a lot of space, becomes less available to a variety of purposes. Less can be done in there. So I'd love to hear what it is you're simplifying in your life, Cancer. This is an idea that intrigues me greatly, perhaps because I am your opposite side. I feel greatly hooked into this desire to sort, organize, get rid of, to open up space, to make it easier to keep things clean and organized moving forward. I'm going to clarify the Ace of Swords in the first house with the Two of Swords in the second house and the Knight of Pentacles in the third house. I really do get this energy of a little bit of guilt for changing your focus, for calling out your purpose in a way that has been less obvious, perhaps something that you've kept a little more hidden in the past, and that there's a reasonable amount of resentment towards what now people who once maybe pitied you or were concerned for your welfare now feel a sense of resentment for your success, your well-being, your apparent control of the factors in your life, that you're in control and you can make decisions that they don't feel are as easy for them to make. And there is a way in which you think about who you're leaving behind. It's not necessarily family members. This can be friends. This can be a partner. But you're moving in a direction that really represents your intuitive sense of what's best for you. This is not like a choice you made casually. This is you were compelled in a direction that you're now really serious about planning, about envisioning in some detail, only to the extent that you can work on it with others and that you can determine the next best step. You can figure out the next place to go without needing for it to be fully formed. Clearly, you are opening up a new idea, and that idea is being considered deeply. But when you move into your intuition, when you pull into your inner resources, you acknowledge that this is about your truth. This is about who you, how you're finding your justice in this world. The fourth house, with the Five of Staffs there, is clarified by the Queen of Pentacles in the fourth house and the Two of Wands in the sixth house. So 2 2s, I like that very much. You're definitely reflecting on experiences. You're definitely understanding what are the healthiest boundaries around your relationships and environments where you give and you take, you give and you receive. You make a contribution and then you weigh back what you're receiving from an environment. Quite likely an environment where it hasn't always felt equitable or you haven't felt seen at all. So this is part of you understanding your strength and using that energy to move out into uncomfortable or unfamiliar environments. And this really indicates your own rootedness, your own ability to understand that you know how to achieve what it is you desire. And you also know how to receive the rewards of that, to accept the appreciation, to enjoy the process of doing that work. And this feels particularly relevant to friends. It could be, I rarely call out sun signs because I feel like there's such an overemphasis on someone's sun sign, which is one of so many factors in a chart. However, there is some strong earth sign energy here that is assisting you. There's an earth sign model in your life or someone that works hard always, who works mostly joyfully, but is practical at every level, is understands timing or is aspiring to understand that better, that is putting themselves in the place of building something, creating something at a time perhaps when many of your other friends are in a different stage of life. So this is possibly an inspiration that you're leaning on at this time. The Eight of Jades in the seventh house, is clarified by the Fool card in the eighth house and the Sun card in the ninth house. Wow. Yeah, there's an incredible liberation here. And it does feel as though I keep sensing a strong partner here. a partner has given you some kind of permission through their commitment to something that you're creating together to move forward on this new path, this new adventure. And this new adventure is providing you with so much joy, such a sense of comfort in being who you are, so much joy in your having arrived at this place in your life that your energy is infective and it spreads to everyone that you are around, the sense of happy to be alive. And that you don't need to know the details of your destination. Wherever you go, you're going to feel good about it because of the process that you're now consciously engaging to get there. This conscious is all about the faith, the heart that you have in being yourself, knowing that you are of incredible worth, not just to yourself, but of course to others. This is something you share. I always think you're going to travel, and I don't know if that's true. I guess we all travel a lot in a variety of ways, but there's something about some place you go at a distance that helps you to connect perhaps with your ancestry, ancestors, family of origin or lineage that is reaffirming who you are. The Servant of Wands in the 10th house is clarified by the Justice card in the 11th house and the Emperor card in the 12th house. Well, well, well. So the work that you've been doing to pursue your truth, to understand your justice, to employ the tools that you are gaining uh, in a way that helps support a plan that you are co-creating with others is being justly and richly rewarded. I'm wondering if you are able to manage some kind of legacy with others that is helping you to identify the purposes for which this legacy was created and left to you and family members, and actually helps you unite as a family or a team at the same time that allows you to identify the things that you can't control and therefore gives you a greater sense of ownership of yourself, your decisions, your behaviors, your goals. This is incredibly powerful. I just see you emerging as some kind of leader here, despite the reality that you are not necessarily attempting to lead, but it's through the way that you model your behavior, the way that you embody the sense of self-mastery that is helping to point others towards mechanisms of ensuring fairness, equity, balance somehow in the world, in the larger world. I'm going to finish up this reading with a Soul's Journey card. Okay, so guilt. It's something I felt a little bit earlier, and because this one flew out and I kind of reflipped it, I'm going to take it anyway. Guilt and patience. I like these both. Guilt first. I release any beliefs that no longer assist in my soul's growth. Yes, I definitely feel like you are so changed, so altered, so transformed that your ability to move from a place of power and empowerment uh, provokes a sense of resentment from others that have always seen you as needy or as weak or as less than in some ways. And then the patience card reads, I accept that everything happens in divine order. And how? I feel like you are becoming a vehicle of light and abundance in the world for so many people that don't have access to that in any other way. If you've enjoyed this reading, there's more content here that you can check out. Please like this video, subscribe to my channel so more people can hear. And until next time, Cancer, Namaste.